Hi, my name is Michelle Earthwright. I'm a pre-major academic advisor over at UW Tacoma, and I am a first-gen student. Being first generation to me means being the first person in your family to forge new paths in a new area. So you're in this new to you and new to your family zone, and you're trying to figure out how it works. And the skills and knowledge and the success that you gain in college isn't just your own. You share it with your family members. I want to share it with like my cousins, my nieces, my nephews. And I've gained that cultural capital to pass on to my children so that they hopefully have better, easier lives than I did. In terms of challenges, I just didn't know what I didn't know. I didn't know what resources to access. I didn't know who I could ask for help. I didn't know which questions to ask. I didn't know which spaces to go to. And I knew that I didn't know. So it's like, it was a sense of like, okay, I'm new here. I don't quite know what I should be doing. And I'm not even quite sure where to start. So just that anxiety, that feeling of not knowing what I didn't know. In terms of strategies, the first is that I'm pretty comfortable being uncomfortable. So I'm also comfortable like looking to others for guidance. So I looked around and I saw the students at my school, and this was back in high school. I looked at the students who did know what they were doing, like whose families had been to college and who did have that cultural capital. And I kind of just copied them. I was like, oh, they're going to like a personal statement writing workshop. That sounds like something I should go to. Oh, they're going to learn about the FAFSA. I don't even know what the FAFSA is. I'll go to this. This is something I should apparently be going to. So it was very much like a fake it until you make it. But it worked because sometimes even getting in the right room, like that FAFSA workshop, I was then able to learn, okay, this is what the FAFSA is. I should be filling this out. These are deadlines I should be paying attention to. And if I hadn't gotten into that room, then I wouldn't have known any of those things. And then another strength that I relied on was that I'm a planner by nature. And I think that's honestly how I've kind of dealt with some natural anxiety that I have, is that I want to know what can go wrong and I want to have a plan for it. So even as a freshman in college, I was thinking, I want to go to grad school. Well, what do I need for this grad school? Am I supposed to be in a certain major? Am I supposed to take certain classes? And so having those questions in mind from the very, very beginning meant that I could make a plan and adjust as I went along. I would say I get a lot of support from my family, and that's both the family I was born into and my chosen family. So the family I was born into, it's like they were able to give me a lot of emotional support. They knew I wanted to go to college, and like even when they weren't able to relate to the struggles that I was going through, they were still able to like give me that message that they loved me, that they supported me, that they believed in my like ability to succeed. And then my family of choice, which included a lot of people who came from families that had been to college, they were able to help me in the sense that when I was struggling, they sometimes knew about resources that I didn't know about. So when I said like, hey, I really want to do research, like how do I even do this? They were able to tell me things like, oh, like get connected with an instructor, or get connected with this undergraduate program, things like that. I would say don't be afraid to utilize all of the campus resources, even the ones that you think you might not need. Your student tuition and fees pay for so much academic and just really holistic support. So there are academic advisors, there's counselors, there's financial aid advisors, there's student life. Like there's all these areas of campus to help you. There are people like me who are literally paid to help students. And I think that there are a lot of departments that are honestly underutilized by students. And that could be because a student doesn't know that the department exists, or the student might have like some fear about going. But just know, like, we are here to help you. We want to see you succeed. So please come see us. I'm Michelle, and I support first generation students.